UB Robotics has unveiled the latest version of Walker X humanoid robot. UB Robotics, a developer of intelligent humanoid robotics and AI technologies, has unveiled Walker X, the latest version of its groundbreaking bipedal humanoid robot. With significant improvement in physical performance, autonomous intelligence and human-to-robot interactions, Walker X took another step closer to becoming the gold standard in humanoid robotics. Walker X has been upgraded to perform a wider range of household tasks including serving tea, pouring liquids, watering the flowers, wiping surfaces and operating the vacuum cleaner. At the Wake event, held in July, Walker X gave further demonstrations of its capabilities. Specifically, its improvements in climbing stairs, walking up and down slopes, playing chess in real time, massaging with compliant control, visual navigation around objects, improved walking speeds, single leg balancing, and walking on uneven terrain, thus fully demonstrating its diversified, intelligent in-home service capabilities. Equipped with both hardware and artificial intelligence upgrades, combined with the updated physical ability to adapt to complex environments, Walker X is more advanced than ever. Enhanced core functions of Walker X include increased walking speed, improved, faster walking speed that mimics human-like gait at 3 km/h. Walker X can maneuver over, up, and down all types of terrain with advanced motion algorithms. A staircase is also no match for Walker X with the stable, posture-controlled adaptation upstairs up to 15 cm or across all types of surface elements. Utilizing compliant control force, Walker X can sense external force and stop safely before impact to allow secure interactions with people and the surrounding environment. With compliant control force, Walker X can perform tasks like opening bottles, pouring tea, and handing objects directly to family members. Walker X continues to learn and get better with experience. Using deep learning object recognition, self-researched facial recognition, and continuous object recognition, Walker X can begin to and learn how to accurately understand and interact with its external environment. The newly upgraded multimodal interaction system provides 28+ emotions and multiple avenues for seeing, hearing, interacting with, and observing the environment around Walker X. With open, flexible, rich and convenient AI interfaces, Walker X can control common AI devices such as lights and appliances independently, and according to user habits and scenarios. Since the establishment of the company, UB has continued to create new products and innovate technologies with the mission of bringing robots into every home and business by making them more intelligent, personal, and human-like in every way. In the area of humanoid robot research, UB has been developing and advancing Walker with consistent upgrades, the humanoid robot 4 times in only a 5-year span of time. UB also partnered with top research organizations, including Tsinghua University and the RoboCup Federation, to promote AI robotic innovations for the future inventors of the world. During the pandemic, many businesses were forced to stretch their existing workforces to breaking point in order to meet demands, which is where agility robotics come in. With Digit, our latest product addresses the mobility limitations of traditional robots, so that machines can work in environments designed for humans. Digit features robust walking and running gaits, perception to enable stair climbing, and autonomous navigation in unstructured environments, and arms for basic manipulation tasks. Major features include upper torso with integrated sensing, computing, and 2 forward-doof arms, extra bay for additional computing and custom payload integration, sealed joints for all-weather outdoor operations, UN 38.3 certified battery for cargo air shipments, comprehensive software API that leverages our controls, perception and autonomy algorithms to develop end-user applications, low-level API for customers wanting to develop their own controller. These are just a few of Digit's groundbreaking capabilities. Digit has been commercially available and shipping to customers since July 2020. On September 1st, Albany, Oregon-based Agility announced that it had raised a total of $28 million in funding thus far. And a website for Digit claims that the product was designed to address the mobility limitations of traditional robots, so that machines can work in environments designed for humans. In this video, Digit can be seen using autonomous navigation in a warehouse-type environment, using its tiny dinosaur arms to grab boxes and then trot them across the room. Damian Shelton, CEO of Agility Robotics, said the brand's technology was designed to fill in the gaps of a human workforce, not replace it.
$1 million investment round, led by DCVC and Playground Global, among others, to build a really excellent consortium of investors. And that's going to let us really get our Digit robots into customers' hands, doing useful work in the world. Industrial robots are designed to do one task over and over and over, and to do it well, you design the whole process around the robot and the whole environment around the robot. But there's always going to be spaces and jobs that are designed around humans, designed around us, because this is our world. If robots are going to be effective and useful to us, they're going to have to work on our terms in our space. Having Digit work in human spaces means Digit is going to be able to do a wide variety of different tasks. Things like package handling in warehouses, or indoor and outdoor delivery.
The suggestion to replace employees doesn't make sense. What makes sense is leveraging technology to supplement, or augment, a human workforce, Shelton said. Doing so does two things: it helps companies meet customer demand, and it frees the human workforce into jobs that require decision-making, creativity, and collaboration. The company sees Digit's value as a more plug-and-play solution than something like Berkshire Gray's offerings, which builds a fully automated warehouse from the ground up. There's still programming involved, of course. An Agility rep will appear on site to pre-map a location and help the robot execute its repetitive tasks. Agility hasn't announced partners beyond Ford, though it says it's currently working with major logistics companies. It hasn't revealed numbers of Digits sold either, though it tells TechCrunch that the number is substantially more than the dozen chassis units it sold prior to Digit, largely for research purposes. "We've grown pretty rapidly since last December," says Shelton. "We're expanding our Pittsburgh office by the end of the year, in addition to the Oregon office. We have a pretty rapid growth rate, as we've been increasing the production rate on the robots. So guys, don't be surprised when you see Digit turn up at your work. The change is coming. The future is now." If you haven't met the four-legged robot yet, then this is Spot. The robot that navigates terrain with unprecedented mobility, which allows you to automate routine inspection tasks and data capture safely, accurately, and frequently. Spot can carry and power up to 14 kilograms of inspection equipment. You can control the robot from afar using an intuitive tablet application and built-in stereo cameras, using a controller which resembles the Xbox One pad. The program is used on repeatable autonomous missions to gather consistent data. But Spot is more than just a mobile robot. It's a mobile sensing platform that developers can customize with software, sensors, and other hardware payloads to achieve precisely what they need for specific applications. Whether it's building the tools to explore other planets or to inspect work sites, the ability to easily build on Spot's base functionality has huge real-world value. This flexibility also opens up opportunities for more creative applications. For example, Spot has a long history with alcoholic beverages, from inspecting breweries to doing many other activities with beer. But before all that, there was Margarita Spot, an internal project developing a Spot payload that blends the perfect margarita. Margarita Spot is basically what you would expect from the name. It's a custom payload that adds a Margaritaville drink machine to Spot's back. You add the ingredients and Spot does the rest, crushing the ice, blending the mix, and delivering a mobile margarita. Through the Payload API, we program the settings for the drink machine, as well as custom configuration for Spot's balance and behavior when it's in use. Margarita Spot dates back to early 2019. It's actually one of the earliest Spot payloads ever implemented. But Spot was designed for more than mixing cocktails. As NASA scientists have an unusual idea for exploring the surface of Mars, sending a four-legged robot dog to do so. Specifically, researchers suggested that Spot would make for a great alternative to the classic Mars rover. The idea is that they're better suited to cover long distances and rough terrain, and could even help map out possible locations for the type of human outposts that NASA hopes to eventually establish on the Red Planet. Scientists are already testing out the idea, equipping Spot with new gear that could help it navigate and plot its surroundings. The prototype RoboDog, nicknamed O-Spot, would be able to cross terrain that's inaccessible to a wheeled rover and do so much faster, while also hiking around obstacles and standing back up if it falls over. The NASA scientists said, using recovery algorithms, the robot can self-right from a multitude of falls. Spot's mission on Mars would be to explore and develop maps of Martian caves and tunnels, but for now, it's doing test runs in hallways and tunnels that mimic Martian terrain in California. State-of-the-art robotics company, Boston Dynamics, recently sold 80% of the company to Hyundai Motor Group. Hyundai Motor Group is the second largest Korean conglomerate after Samsung, and it's the world's third largest vehicle manufacturer. Hyundai Motor Group owns the Hyundai Motor Company, the company that actually makes Hyundai branded cars, along with Kia Motors. By establishing a leading presence in the field of robotics, the acquisition will mark another major step for Hyundai Motor Group toward its strategic transformation into a smart mobility solution provider, Hyundai Motor Group said. To propel this transformation, Hyundai Motor Group has invested substantially in development of future technologies, including in fields such as autonomous driving technology, connectivity, eco-friendly vehicles, smart factories, advanced materials, artificial intelligence, and robots. Since Hyundai Group took over, production of Spot has ramped up fivefold. With Boston Dynamics announcing they will now sell any business its own Spot robot for $74,500. It's a hefty price tag, equal to the base price for a luxury Tesla Model S, but Boston Dynamics says, for that money, you're getting the most advanced mobile robot in the world. Although Spot is certainly nimble, its workload is mostly limited right now to surveying and data collection. Trial deployments have seen Spot create 3D maps of construction sites and hunt for machine faults in offshore oil rigs. Less routine tests include helping hospitals triage COVID-19 patients, and somewhat controversially, working with a police bomb squad. Boston Dynamics' pitch is that Spot is a multi-purpose mobility platform that can be customized with different sensors and programmed to perform patrols and inspections. Although the real goal is to send Spot to explore our solar system and help build thriving communities of other planets. This is GPR-1. It's a general-purpose robotic avatar, designed to help its human pilot accomplish a diverse range of tasks. Sanctuary's mission is to democratize work, with labor-as-a-service general-purpose robotic avatars, making it possible for anyone to do any job from anywhere and at any time they choose. We are making work safer, more accessible, and ultimately more productive. Using cutting-edge technology and artificial intelligence, cognition, and robotics, the startup company, are delivering immediate customer value with labor as a service. From agriculture to energy, healthcare to logistics, retail to construction, and everything in between, on this planet or any other planet, the possibilities are literally out of this world. Now let's take a deeper look, and let the guys from Sanctuary AI show what the robot can do.
Fantastic.
Oh, that was a good one. Where?
Here.
Right here?
Here. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
See how fast I am?
Yeah, you're a lot faster today.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I really want this one.
You got it. Nice. Go put it in the cup. Alright. Yes.
There we go. Finish it. More.
It could be an espresso.
More.
Meet the HRP-5P robot, a humanoid robot from ACE that can take on construction tasks with real-world materials. ACE is capable of replacing humans workers in dangerous environments. It stands 182 centimeters tall, weighing 101 kilograms. The robot features object recognition, environment sensing, and whole-body motion planning. These robots can be used to build construction sites and assemble large structures such as ships and aircraft. However, it has been difficult to make these large-scale construction sites suitable for robots, which has discouraged introduction of robots. Because humanoid robots physically resemble people, they can work without requiring environmental changes. Specifically, this work involves the following series of operations. Generate a 3D map of the surrounding environment, detect objects, and approach the workbench. Lean against the workbench, slide one of the stacked gypsum boards to separate it, and then lift it. While recognizing the surrounding environment, carry the gypsum board to the wall. Robot Maker Agility, a spin-off created by researchers from Oregon State University, has announced that parties interested in purchasing one of its digit robots can now do so. The human-like robot has been engineered to perform manual labor, such as removing boxes from shelves and loading them onto a truck. The robot can be purchased directly from Agility for $250,000. Most of the robots that have been built in recent years are for research purposes. Scientists all over the world are striving to give them more and better capabilities. On their webpage, the team at Agility claim that it is time for robots to start getting out of the research lab and into the real world where they can start doing useful things. Digit is vaguely human-shaped. It has 2 arms and 2 legs and can walk around. Its toeless feet are flat and its knees bend backward compared to humans. Also, it has no head or hands. But it does have strength and durability, and a computer that allows it to carry out tasks autonomously and without a tether. The journey that Boston Dynamics took in getting to this robot did not happen overnight. They started in 2009, literally sawing one of their quadrupeds in half to make an early biped robot, as they worked on a government project that used pneumatics. This robot was tethered for power and cooling. In 2012, there was a big competition started in the US to use mobile robots to use in disaster response scenarios, and the government asked them to build 10 robots to give to universities to learn how to access these difficult trends. Boston Dynamics used a lot of off-the-shelf components to put this hydraulic robot together, weighing nearly 200 kilograms. In 2012, there was a big competition started in the US to use mobile robots to use in disaster response scenarios, and the government asked them to build 10 robots to give to universities to learn how to access these difficult trends. Boston Dynamics used a lot of off-the-shelf components to put this hydraulic robot together, weighing nearly 200 kilograms. Spot is a compact, nimble four-legged robot that can trot around your office, home, or outdoors. It can map its environment, sense and avoid obstacles, climb stairs, and open doors. It can also fetch you a drink. Spot, as it's called, is a new law enforcement tool that some police departments are employing for various policing purposes. Police experimenting with the four-legged machines say they're just another tool to keep emergency responders out of harm's way as they scout for dangers. In Honolulu, the police department spent about $150,000 in federal pandemic relief money to buy their Spot from robotics firm Boston Dynamics. The robotic police dog is being used to help test for high body temperatures at a government-run tent. Dutch police earlier this year used the robotic dog to check for dangerous chemicals at the site of a deadly drug lab explosion. But privacy watchdogs warn that police are secretly rushing to buy the robots without setting safeguards against aggressive, invasive or dehumanizing uses. There are roughly 500 Spot robots now in the wild. If you're homeless and looking for temporary shelter in Hawaii's capital, expect a visit from a robotic police dog that will scan your eye to make sure you don't have a fever. That's just one of the ways public safety agencies are starting to use Spot, the best known of a new commercial category of robots that trot around with animal-like agility. Improving the robot interaction with the environment was one of the main goals in the Sirena 4 project. The robot has the abilities of face detection and counting, object detection and position measurement, activity detection, speech recognition and speech generation, text-to-speech, resulting to achieve better voice user interface. Online grip, face and object follow. It is much lighter and smaller than Sirena 3, 98 kilograms and 1.9 meters tall, due to the better structured design based on topology optimization, compact customized actuator design, and the SLA 3D printing technology used for its cover. In the new generation, the control loop frequency has been increased to 200 Hz by exploiting FPGA board, making it possible to implement online controllers. So guys, which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments, and subscribe for daily content. Hello guys and welcome back. In this video we take a look into the robot which demonstrated its excellent basketball skills at the 2020 Olympics. The AI-powered machine can do one thing really well. And that's shoot. Humans aren't the only ones showing off their skills at the Tokyo Olympics. Over the weekend, basketball fans tuning in to watch Team USA battle France, on the court watched as a spooky 7-foot-tall figure rolled into position, picked up a ball and shifted its arms to make a perfect three-point shot from half-court. The machine was designed to do the same thing over and over again with 100% accuracy. It even holds a Guinness World Record for its ability to do so, albeit with fewer shots than humans have achieved. The human-sized droid inspiring comparisons to murderous machines in movies is called Q, an AI basketball robot created by Toyota for sheer fun. 2 years ago, an earlier version sank 2,020 free throws consecutively, setting a world record for machines of its type. The project has been relatively silent since, mostly because of the pandemic, according to Toyota. But on Sunday, a version of the 165-pound robot sporting a No. 95 jersey wheeled itself out during halftime. It took 3 shots and landed all 3. But it's a bit slow on the release, averaging about 15 seconds to make a shot, according to Toyota engineers. So how does the robot do it? Q has sensors on its torso to measure distance and uses AI to gauge how to smoothly get the ball into the basket. Once that's figured out, the robot adjusts motors in its arms to send the ball into the air at just the right angle and propulsion to score a point, or 3. Toyota researchers began work on the first version in 2017 and had developed a working prototype within 6 months. The first iteration required humans to move it into position. The robot won a shootout against professional players from the Alvark Tokyo basketball team the following year. The latest version rolls around on wheels to execute shots. It's unclear how much of its movement is autonomous, and whether someone steers it where it needs to go. However, the robot's name, Q, is meant to hint at greater technology to come out in the future, according to Toyota. It's not the only robot at the Olympics. Toyota also created machines to transport people to retrieve balls in throwing events. It's all part of a broader AI push jump-started by the automaker in 2015 with a $1 billion investment. The AI research lends itself to use in autonomous cars and robotics. While Q is experiencing a moment in the spotlight, the robot isn't the best three-point shooter the world has ever known. American podiatrist Tom Barry set the world record for humans, 2,750 consecutive shots, in 1993 at age 71. Ted St. Martin of Jacksonville, Florida, pushed the consecutive mark to 5,221 in 1996 and still holds the record today. Toyota's humanoid can't dribble or dunk. So, no, basketball players don't have to worry about being replaced by machines. At least not yet. Still, Q is far from the only droid to challenge what humans can achieve on the scoreboard. Omron's paddle-swinging robot holds records for table tennis. Boston Dynamics' Atlas humanoid has shown off its skills in gymnastics. So guys, what do you think about robots participating in the Olympics? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. An AI-powered robot with a digital face is ready for a new mission on the International Space Station. The robot, called Simon 2, worked alongside 2 European astronauts on past missions to the station in recent years and just got a software upgrade that will enable it to perform more complex tasks with a new human crewmate later this year. The cute floating sphere, with a cartoon-like face, has been stored at the space station since the departure of the European Space Agency's astronaut Luca Parmitano in February 2020. The robot will wake up again during the upcoming mission of German astronaut Matthias Maurer, who will arrive at the orbital outpost with the SpaceX Crew 3 Dragon mission in October. In the year and a half since the end of the last mission, engineers have worked on improving Simon's connection to Earth so that it could provide a more seamless service to the astronauts. Simon project manager Till Eisenberg at Airbus, which developed the intelligent robot together with the German Aerospace Center DLR in the LMU University in Munich. All the voice recognition and artificial intelligence happens on Earth at an IBM data center in Frankfurt, Germany. The signal from Simon has to travel through satellites and ground stations to the data center and back. We focused on improving the robustness of this connection to prevent disruptions. Simon relies on IBM's Watson speech recognition and synthesis software to converse with astronauts and respond to their commands. The first generation robot flew to the space station with Alexander Gerst in 2018. That robot later returned to Earth and is now touring German museums. The current robot, Simon 2, is a second generation. Unlike its predecessor, it is more attuned to the astronauts' emotional states, thanks to the Watson tone analyzer. It also has a shorter reaction time. During the first steps in the development process, we had a delay of about 10 seconds, which was not very convenient, Eisenberg said. Through improving the software architecture, we managed to get down to 2 seconds, just in time for the first mission. With further software upgrades, we have now tried to eliminate delays that might occur when the connection breaks. Airbus and DLR have signed a contract with ESA for Simon 2 to work with 4 humans on the orbital outpost in the upcoming years. During those 4 consecutive missions, engineers will first test Simon's new software, and then move on to allowing the sphere to participate in more complex experiments. During these new missions, Simon will, for the first time, guide and document complete scientific procedures, Airbus said in a statement. Most of the activities that astronauts perform are covered by step-by-step procedures. The robot can also look up additional information and document the experiments by taking videos and pictures. The scientists will gather feedback from the astronauts to see how helpful the sphere really was and identify improvements for Simon's future incarnations. For now, Simon has only been trained to navigate in the European Columbus module of the space station. The 5-kilogram sphere floats around using its small air jets. A set of ultrasonic sensors together with a stereo camera help the robot navigate in space and avoid walls and equipment. Simon is also fitted with a high-resolution camera that enables it to recognize faces of individual astronauts. 2 smaller cameras on the sphere's sides are used to take pictures and videos. In the future, the team hopes to make Simon independent on the ground-based data center. Astronauts on future missions to the Moon and Mars will surely appreciate a robotic assistant. However, for such missions it would be impossible to wait for the speech processing to be done on Earth.